And welcome now to the Marathon Stadium at Newcastle as Michael Harrigan takes the Knights out to be greeted by a massive home crowd. An important game for them, a chance, quite simply, to consolidate their position in the running down to the final five in 92. Their fullback is Brad Godden, then it's O'Davis and Brunker on the wings, Kemp and Schuster the centres, Harrigan and Rodwell the halves, Glanville at the back of the scrum, then Mullane, Marquette, Boyd and Sargent, and Robbie McCormick as the hooker. David Waite is the coach of this Newcastle side. Now Captain John Cartwright leads the Panthers out. Can they continue this courageous battle to retain the crown that they won in 1991? They take the field knowing that in the first round this year they went down by 14 points to 2 for the Newcastle side. Here's the side. Andrew leads at fullback, Mackay and Smith on the wings, Nissen and Fittler the centres, Carter and Toll at the halves, Vandervoort at lock, Cartwright and Walker the second row, Clark and Shane Boyd the front, Brett Boyd as the hooker, and Phil Gould as the coach of Penrith. Being a game of such importance, Bill Harrigan has been given the assignment. The #1 referee, Bill Harrigan, in charge. So it's John Schuster that kicks off. Newcastle running from right to left. The breeze behind them in the first half. And Leeds it is that brings it back to be tackled just outside his 10-metre line. Clark in the run-on side today. It's a case of all hands on deck at Penrith for this most important clash. Walker stumped to the ground by two Newcastle defenders, Marquette and Sargent. Now Shane Boyd gets it out to the 22 line. As joining me in commentary today is Paul Vorton.
Big boost for the Penrith side, Ray, that Brad Fittler is out there. He's fit and well, dispelling fears that he might have been out for the season with a hernia. But he's in the centres, and interesting to note that Cole Bentley, who scored their match-winning try last week against Canberra, was left in reserve grade today. Glenn Nissen is in the centres, and Smith comes in on the wing.
Tony Kemp brought down just inside Penrith's area. Brunker comes away to be tackled on the blind side. Rodwell is the dummy half in #7. Ahead goes Glanville. He gets it 35 metres out from the Penrith line. McCormick playing in the red headgear. Sargent brought down. Centre of the ground, 32 metres out. 5 gone. Away for Harrigan, who's come to terms with Newcastle again for next year. Rodwell puts it down into the corner. Leeds gets underneath it. Just inside his own 10-metre line.
Nice piece of play there by Newcastle. They looked to run that on the 5th tackle, but when their options were gone, they'd finish off with a kick. As Mackay, a barnstorming run from him.
In the corresponding game against Newcastle, Graham Mackay scored 3 tries last year. Cartwright. 9 times they've played since 1988. Penrith have won 6 of those encounters. Newcastle just the 1, and there's been 2 drawn results. Shane Boyd plays it back to his brother Brett. Leeds. He goes for the clearing kick. It didn't have much depth in it. Harrigan spears it away. Kemp tries to make the break.
Well, that kick actually hit Colin Vandervoort on the back. The referee decided not to give a penalty against Penrith, and it was play on.
Here's the kick.
See, it hits Vandervoort in the back. Now, the referee could have given a penalty against Penrith.
It would have been a discretionary penalty, Paul.
Accidental, of course.
He obviously ruled that way, and the team that was to receive the ball weren't disadvantaged. Sargent takes it down to the 22. A bumping run. Suspect pass to him, though. McCormick, he puts it in the air. It looks too deep from here. Leeds has taken it, but he's over the dead ball line for mine. It'll come out to the 22 and the restart.
McCormack taking the option from dummy half. That's the best place to put the kick up, and Leeds handled that very well.
Last year, you might remember that in this corresponding game, Penrith defeated Newcastle 26-12. That match, though, was at Penrith. And at Newcastle in the first round, they played an 18-all draw. Tony Kemp scoring a couple of tries in that game. Clark bumping his way down towards halfway, pulled down by Marquette. Sound of the whistle, and the penalty goes to the Penrith Panthers.
This is against the Newcastle players in the play the ball area. Once again, we see a million penalties coming from that area in 1992. And in the play the ball from the Newcastle side.
Leeds looking for the line. 32 metres away from the Newcastle line, he finds it. Boyd taking the tap. Collett, Shane Boyd. Hit hard by Boyd and McCormack, both playing in the headgear. Walker takes it towards the centre of the ground. He's on the 22 line. So there's a chance here for the Penrith side. Cartwright runs the decoy. Tollett fires it away for Fittler. Fittler tries to carve his way through. He's pulled down with no gain in ground. Now it's with Paul Clark. Clark gains about 5 metres. Boyd over the top, Marquette underneath. Brett Boyd's a dummy half. Tollett first receiver. Lets Cartwright go. Gives it to Carter. Back inside for Leeds. And Leeds is buckled over. 15 metres out from the line on 5. Swept away to the left for Fittler. Chip and chase. Fittler, I think he's faking that hit on him. Taken on the full by Godden. It's a 22 restart.
Well, I'm not sure about this. I thought he might have taken this in the field of play, Godden. Fittler tried a little kick.
Cormac. Penalty. Newcastle gets the penalty, stealing the ball against the Panthers. Rodwell taking the tap. Sargent decides to take it ahead, but Penrith inside the 10. And Newcastle now more than likely take the shot at goal. 112 points for the season, John Schuster. Lining it up from 10 metres in. About 30 metres out, he's bringing it around beautifully. The flags are in the air. Newcastle gets first points. They lead by 2 points to 0. So Andrew Leeds restarts the game in front of this bumper crowd. I don't know, it's got to be over 20,000, probably even much higher than 20. As Schuster, after getting the 2 points, makes the knock on. And the scrum will go down 32 metres away from the Newcastle line.
That's the mistake Penrith have been looking for up there in that quarter zone area. Now they get the chance to attack from the scrum base.
Mackay comes in off the left wing, charges at the centres, walks over the top of Kemp. Schuster eventually pulls him down. Tollett, wrapped up by Schuster again from marker. Brett Boyd, away for Shane Boyd. No gain in ground. 2-0 in favour of Newcastle. Cartwright to this point in time has been mainly running as a decoy. We haven't seen him actually with the football in his hands all that often. Clark. So Cartwright is calling the tune at the moment, taking pressure off some of the other players by running these decoys, but shortly we'll see him come into the game. Godden never got a hand of that. It's come down and play on. Glanville to play it. Godden comes away, just outside the 22 line. Kemp. O'Davis. Newcastle on 19 points, Penrith on 20. Boyd.
Forward pass, Ray, from the dummy half area. Looking to get over that advantage line, but Boyd off. Just the forward pass from McCormack, who's just regarded the headgear.
Another opportunity for Penrith now. 35 out from the Newcastle line, and again they use one of their big speedy wingers. And Smith is tackled in the centre of the ground. The ground that is quite soft in patches. They had a good deal of overnight rain here. Van der Voort, he's tackled, but the penalty goes to Penrith against Newcastle for stealing the ball. Chance for the equaliser coming up here.
Yes, 13 on 13 there. Glanville on Vandervoort. Glanville just stripped him. With that rule these days, you can't do that.
Andrew Leeds, 27 out, almost in front. Strikes it sweetly, and it's straight between the uprights. So that brings the scoreline level. 2 points all at the Marathon Stadium. Schuster restarts for the Newcastle side. Early stages of the game. Hardly a quarter of the game gone, but still we're looking for that clean break. Neither side able to actually open their opponents up. Nissen taken in a solid tackle by Marquette and Mullane. Clark pulled down by McCormick and Rodwell.
And both sets of forwards getting through plenty of work early in the match. The likes of Clark and Boyd have been impressed by them from the Penrith side. Shane Boyd only came into first grade 3 weeks ago, but he's been outstanding for them.
Now Cartwright handles the football. Strides down about 10 or 15 metres. Good yards made by Cartwright. 5 tackles gone for the Panthers. Tollett. Back for Godden. "32 metres away from their line, Phil Gould. Just as anxious as every Penrith supporter as they battle to stay there and the right to defend their crown. This is Glanville getting play within about 5 metres of the halfway. Robbie McCormick, one of the game's very big improvers in 1992. Rodwell gives it for Sargent. Playing these days without his representative prop forward teammate, Paul Harrigan. Rodwell punching the ball down towards the corner. Leeds will be forced to try and get it back, but he's well held in goal. And it'll go under the uprights for the line drop out to restart.
Good pressure from the Newcastle side. Newcastle at this stage just prepared to put this ball down in the corners, and a good chase by them. Leeds in all sorts of trouble there with the bounce, and well held.
So Newcastle will come back with a fresh set of 6 tackles now. The drop out by Mackay. Glanville it is, taking it straight up to them. Brunker scurries into dummy half. Away to Hagan. Rodwell and Hagan put the run around together. Wide ball for Kemp. Kemp runs towards the wing occupied by O'Davis. Pulled down 32 metres out from the line. Back with Hagan. Now it's Mullane. Centre of the ground, 30 metres out. McCormick for Rodwell. Sargent's on his outside, he puts it down. Scrum to go down just outside the Penrith 22 line.
Newcastle is starting to use this ball, spin it around a bit, and there is a bit of space out wide if they want to get these passes going.
2 points all then. Sunday Night League. The scrum won by Penrith. Carter. Tollett. Nissen. Boyd. Good yards, getting it down towards halfway. Very much a forwards battle at the moment. Mackay, nicely positioned kick down over the head of O'Davis. He comes out from almost his own goal line to be tackled by Tulson Tollett.
And Penrith controlling this ball very well today. Newcastle have had to make 30 more tackles than their opponents. But as of yet, no sides look like scoring a try.
McCormick back on their own 22 line. Penalty goes to Penrith. Penrith get the penalty.
Once again, Ray, we see a player not taking his time. All coaches looking for quick play the balls, but in the fair dinkum department, you've got to get up, stand up straight and play it. You can't play it like that. And that might cost his side 2 points, Robbie McCormack. Not a happy man.
Leeds with 1 out of 2 today. Right in front, 22 metres out, and no likelihood of a mistake off this very accurate boot of Andrew Leeds. Penrith leading now by 4 points to 2. Schuster. Kicking off again with this breeze that is not all that strong, but it's certainly got a couple of points in it. And at the moment, that scoreboard reads very favourably for Penrith. 4-2 into the breeze. Boyd to play it.
Vandervoort charges up the middle. Good run, Vandy.
Boyd bounces away from Marquette. Gets a good ball to Vandervoort. Brought down just a few yards into Newcastle's area. McCormack to his feet slowly in the back play. Cartwright away for Brad Fittler. Comes to Brunker. Gets it to Mackay. Brought down inside the 32-metre line. Half-time not too far away now. Fittler brought down on the 22. 5 tackles gone for Penrith. Now it's with Tollett. He kicks back towards the wing where Leeds is coming through, but taken by Brunker.
A nice idea from Tollett. Obviously a rehearsed kick on the last tackle, but there was no one chasing, only one man. There was plenty of players standing back, hands on hips, waiting for someone else to go through.
Mullane. Glanville. McCormack backs him up. Knocked down by Penrith. 6 more tackles. Sargent takes it down towards the halfway line. Now it's with Marquette. Vandervoort went high. Harrigan calls a halt. This will be a Newcastle penalty. High tackle by Colin Vandervoort.
He did go very high here. Marquette, right around the hairline.
This is it from a different angle. Right across the point of the nose. Now an opportunity for Newcastle. They take the tap 12 metres out. Sargent. He hammers it towards the line. 3 metres out. Dummy half Rodwell. Schuster, Kemp it is in fact. 8 metres from the line. McCormack out to Rodwell. Oh, forward pass a mile. Harrigan let it go though. Played by Mullane. McCormack gets it away. Hagan throws the dummy, steps back off the right foot. Pulled down 5 metres away from the line. McCormack to dummy half. Rodwell's with the ball now. Rodwell, cannoned into the ground.
And a penalty inside the 5 metres. That was great defence by Penrith. Andrew Leeds crunched him.
Inside the 5 against the Panthers. Schuster will come across. John Schuster now. 1 out of 1 today. 18 metres in from touch, 22 metres out. In flight, beautiful, straight between the uprights. And that's the half-time situation. 4 points all between Newcastle and Penrith as players leave the ground. We'll be back with the second half of Sunday Night League in just a moment.
And back at Marathon Stadium as the teams take the field, looking at the stats, fairly even both down the lines there, but the line breaks, very interesting. 1 break made by either side, and that's because of the tightness of the defence, and neither side at this stage prepared to throw the pill around. Penrith's kicking game is a lot better, a lot more positive kicks there, 14-8. Nothing in the game. How do you see it going, Rabs?
Be a game man to forecast a winner at this stage. It's so tight. 5-4 to penalties to Newcastle. Harrigan blows time on and Leeds gets us going again now. Penrith with this breeze in the second half. Coach Gould would have to be reasonably happy with the half-time scoreline. The top tacklers, Marquette and Boyd, and the forwards for Newcastle. Clark for Penrith. In the back division, Hagan has made 8 for the Knights and Carter 5 for the Panthers. Glanville. Bumping run taking play out to the 32-metre line now, Sargent. He tries to improve on it. Has the ball taken from him. Gee, it's a fine line on this rule, isn't it?
Yeah. Here it is, Sargent takes it up. Look, I've got to say, I reckon he's just lost that. Harrigan saw that, and he's just lost it.
Rodwell now to take the tap. He put one down the blind side for Boyd. Kemp. So often in this match today, we've seen either Kemp or Schuster, particularly the former, come into first receiver and take the play that would normally go for Michael Harrigan. In other words, the captain has been given more time by his coach. Here he is now, out from dummy half. Boyd takes it to the 10-metre line. Newcastle with a chance here.
Harrigan out to the left, he's got it now, he's their playmaker.
Boyd flicks it out the back. Sargent goes ahead. Now it's away from Marquette for Boyd. Schuster tries to step inside. Flicks it back for Boyd. Good hands by the big man.
Yeah, but great defence by the Penrith side. They're covering the width of the field very well as they go to the air.
Off the boot of Rodwell. Leads. Goes up. He doesn't get to it. Marquette pushes it along the line. Glenville. Kemp gets it down. No. Took the corner post.
Great chase there by Paul Smith. Great strength by him. Kemp just trying to get it down. Well, no, he was out. Touch judge right on line there. Good decision by him. That left knee of Kemp's just hit the ground before he grounded the ball. Good decision. Van der Voort. Gone well, Van der Voort. It's been their best ball taker-upperer. You want to... Is that a word?
Shane Boyd. About it, you won't find the equivalent in Roger's. Played by Clark, given to Tollett now for Carter. Davis again, out in the deep, brings it back. Plenty of speed there, cut down. 8 metres his own side of the halfway. Godden, off comes Shane Boyd for Penrith. On in jumper number 40, looks to be Paul Dunn. Malane.
Yeah, Paul Dunn replaced Shane Boyd, who's done a great job. But the man who is starting to carve Penrith up is this man, Mark Sargent. Every time he gets it, just like there, he's beaten one. Taking 3 to pull him down.
And notice that Colin Bentley is on also for Glenn Nissen. Rodwell kicks, Leeds watches it. Ball bounces on its point. Rodwell covers Leeds. It's a line drop out. Good play by the Newcastle number 7.
Great play by Rodwell. That kick into the corner again. Leeds had to let the ball bounce. He couldn't get to it on time in the chase. And now Newcastle, weight of possession starting to go their way.
Mackay's drop kick is a boomer. Oh, what a kick. 60 metres on the fly. Godden comes back. Time out for Godden's injury.
Very concerned about him. They've rolled him on his side so he doesn't swallow his tongue. Calling for the stretcher. Is the tackle. Godden takes it up. Oh, he has copped one there from Van der Voort, and maybe he's hit the ground as well. Run on angle. Oh, he's got one right on the Huckleberry fin. There, Godden bleeding from the cheek.
Kemp again coming in to take that first play, and in turn that will give Harrigan a chance to survey the situation before he becomes involved. McCormack 10 metres from the line. Well, wins a tackle. Play goes on away from O'Davis. Hagan's pass looked forward. Marquette, he'll play the ball. Spun back for O'Davis. Kicks for the outside men, but it's a bad kick. Brunker, Schuster, Mackay, he's got him. Flick passes, Rodwell kicks, Leeds is there. Brings it away. Turns defence into attack. Oh, good passage of rugby league.
Genius play by Andrew Leeds. He's like a soccer goalkeeper back there. He's everywhere. Saved the day again for them. And then brought it back 22 metres. This is fantastic play by him. He's playing with so much confidence.
Carter. This is Walker. 41 is on for Newcastle. That's Glenn Miller. Cartwright looking to make space for his support players. 5 gone. Cartwright plays it. Fed back for the counter kick. And now Herman off his 22. Players starting to tire. Gaps starting to present themselves. O'Davis. He's been dangerous in the second half. This is Glenn Miller. Plenty of first-grade experience. Right on the halfway mark. McCormack again looking for the opening out of dummy half. Glanville there now. Harrigan holding it back. Boyd's inside the 32. Finds Schuster. Schuster gets a pass away for Sargent. Sargent gives it to Brunker. Oh, he'll get it over. It's a try for Brunker. Oh, what a try by the Knights.
Great try to the Knights. The pressure, they've had all the ball the second half. It's finally told. They found the space out wide. Michael Harrigan, take a bow. Beautiful short delayed pass that put David Boyd into a yawning gap. Harrigan gets him, just hold this one up, holds it up. Collett took no one, bad defence by him. But then the passing, Schuster, a couple of Penrith players falling over. Sargent into the corner and Brunker, in he came. Cartwright came over, but just didn't hold him down. Good at tries you'll see this year, that one.
Graham Mackay coming off for the Panthers. 22 out, 20 in. Oh, straight as an arrow. Right over the dot. Newcastle leading now by 10-4.
And Phil Gould. He's looking for someone like Fiddler, a game breaker. That's what they need. But they do need more possession. The game's been played in Penrith's half this second half, Ray. Newcastle have all the running as Leeds kicks off.
Robbie O'Davis. He's really put some pepper into the Newcastle attack in the second half. So too is this man McCormack. But of course the game is starting to swing their way for players like McCormack and O'Davis. The big men are starting to tire. Glanville back slammed into the ground by Dunn. Marquette wrapped up by Brett Boyd. Sargent, marvellous game from him. Fancy being able to back up earlier in that try. He was up there with the speed men to play a vital role. Rodwell's kick goes down for Leeds. Smith. McNamara. Sargent met him right on the ad line and crunched him into the ground. Now it's Dunn's turn, and bang, down he goes too under Glenn Miller and Robbie McCormack. Fiddler comes in, and he gets the same treatment. Marker defence very good for Newcastle. Tollett putting it down, turning O'Davis around. And here comes O'Davis. Cartwright did well to get a hand to him. Tollett comes in. Fittler goes over the top.
This is where Penrith's defence must keep tight. They've got to try and keep Newcastle in this quarter zone area. Newcastle have been making too many easy yards. As a replacement for the Penrith side, it's Olnick and jumper number 17.
Yes, Jamie Oljanek is on the field. Glanville to play it. Boyd. Newcastle, a big roll on now in the forwards. Every time they take it up, they make ground, making it easier for Matthew Rodwell. That's his kick, fielded by Leeds. Then he goes down the ground and makes the tackle. Another superb effort by Matthew Rodwell. Jamie Olginek. Now Van der Voort, wrapped up by Sargent. Misunderstanding for Penrith. Brett Boyd obliged to take the play himself. 6 points in favour of Newcastle. Little knock on, and this is an opportunity that the Knights want.
All done here, just taking his eyes off the ball, looking where he's going to pass it. Could prove a costly mistake.
Bloodbin has been called on O'Davis. So it's the blood bin for Robbie O'Davis. And coming back on is Brad Godden. Heavily concussed earlier, so it appeared. Harrigan packed in at lock forward, picked it up from the back of the scrum. And Godden it is that's tackled 25 metres out from the Penrith line. Away for Glenn Miller. Good hands, pulled down by Paul Dunn and also by McNamara. Away now for Rodwell. He looks for the opening, but Dunn closes it. Still 25 metres out from the line. 10-4 in favour of Newcastle. A win here and they'll leapfrog Penrith on the Winfield Cup table. Marquette straight ahead. Shortest way to the try line. And he can see it 12 metres ahead on 5. Rodwell goes for the drop goal. Charged down by Cartwright. 6 more tackles for Penrith for Newcastle. Dived on by Boyd. Godden goes out from dummy half. 10 metres from the line. He's made a remarkable recovery, Brad Godden. Kemp at dummy half, works the blind. Glanville. He'll go in! Yes! That's the ball game! Newcastle score again!
It should wrap it up for them, the Knights. Firmly entrenched in the final 5 now. Penrith, the toll of recent weeks, just coming to fruition as Glanville, just super determination, strength and power. Stood in tackles looking to offload as they fell all around him. Gets through one there. Tollett Kane, they both fell off him. And the line was beckoning. A beautiful dive over. 14-4, kick to come.
A chance to enlarge the lead. 14-4 currently. There it goes. Look at it. Sweetly through the uprights. And Newcastle lead Penrith by 16 points to 4. Leeds kicks off. Schuster. He elects to bring it back himself.
Brisbane 16 lead the Gold Coast 4.
McCormack. There'll be plenty of this sort of stuff now between the Newcastle and Penrith side. Newcastle, they'll take simple plays. Penrith, of course, they'll be now looking to throw the ball about, take chances. Glenn Miller.
It's a matter of them getting the ball, Ray. They haven't had possession in the opposition half for a long time. As Sargent, what a game he's had. Best forward on the field.
5 gone for Rodwell to clear. Looking as though it'll find the line, but it takes a turn back in, and Leeds comes back with it. 16-4 in favour of the Knights. Sam Stewart getting ready to come on. Boyd. Crunching tackle by Stewart. Tollett for Cartwright. They've smothered John Cartwright well in this match today, Paul.
Yes, they've handled him very well in the Newcastle defence. They've got in between that big right arm of his to cut off his supports, and he's been unable to offload the passes he normally does. All the same, though, he's been trying very hard.
Played by Walker, given back to Fittler. Tries to place that ball, but he picks up Godden. As I said earlier, a remarkable recovery by him. They called for the stretcher. They brought him off. It seemed certain that he was heavily concussed. but he's returned to the battle. Brunker, he'll play the ball now. 25 metres out from his own line. Godden takes it out to the 32. Fulmer, not Fulmer, I beg your pardon, but Rodwell. Now Stewart. Boyd. Now Rodwell. Up the centre. Loose ball on offer. Sargent scoops it up. Gives it away to Marquette. Crosses the halfway. Puts the foot down. Schuster comes in. Gets to the 32. Looks for support. Finds McCormack. Crosses the 32. Taken by Tollett. Put down just outside the quarter. Harrigan from dummy half. On 5. Rodwell kicks. Look at Herman going fast. Nissen and Herman. Nissen wins the race.
Exciting play from the Knights. Fifth tackle, the kick went through. It was a race, Herman up against Nissen. And Nissen just too much horsepower for Herman.
Tony Herman. Carter takes the drop out. Sam Stewart. Good run by Stewart. He's one of the real popular boys here at Marathon Stadium. He's been with Newcastle, I think, from the outset. So he'll get a tremendous amount of pleasure out of seeing this side at the football stadium in the semi-finals. And that's where they're destined to go. Sargent, he's been an absolute colossus today. He'll play the ball on the 22-metre line. McCormack, his darting runs from dummy half in the second half have been very, very good. Boyd for Rodwell. Lets Marquette go. Finds Harrigan. Picks up Kemp. Are they going to score again? I'll tell them all they will. Kemp gets in for another try. Oh, the crowd, they love this.
And those cutout plays that Newcastle are famous for, one's finally come off. David Waite, he's got this side firing up. Look out the semi-finals, here they come. Kemp finished it off in grand style, but it was Harrigan. Drifting across field, the cutout Stewart was a great decoy, and Kemp did it all on his own. The left foot step, Penrith defence, just couldn't handle him. Oh, it's happy days for the Knights.
22,250 people here. And of course the bulk of them are Novocastrians, and they're loving every moment of it as Tony Kemp picks up another try. Well, he's played magnificently, Robbie McCormack.
He's had a great game, and it's amazing that he can't come to terms with the Newcastle club for 1993, and a couple of other clubs are chasing him, one Manly.
John Schuster, perfect record today, 120 for the year. This one looks okay as well. No need to change the percentage for John Schuster. 22 points to 4, the Knights over the Panthers after 4-all at half-time. Nobby Clark coming back on for the Panthers. Interesting to note as we watch Andrew Leeds restart the game, just who these sides play between now and the end of the competition rounds.
Oh, as Vandervoort's been called out here, this will be his second or third caution. He just went in high, more of a slap than anything, I felt. But Harrigan's got him. Brunker brings it up. Just a slap. There's no real harm in that one. I'd be surprised if there's any action taken.
The Knights have to play Cronulla, Manly, Gold Coast, Brisbane and Canberra. Sam Stewart. Only a matter of a couple of minutes remaining in the game. Miller almost reaching the halfway mark. And Paul, this year, more so than ever before, as Tony Kemp tries to get outside his man. Stewart with the football, gets it away for Sargent. Sargent pulled down by the Penrith players. Boyd Nothing wrong with his performance today.
No, he's played well, whilst Mark Sargent's been the best forward on the field. Boyd hasn't finished too far behind him, and he goes again.
Rodwell, long pass, what a beauty! Marquette, he's striding for the corner! Gets it away for Kemp! Kemp gets his second! Tony Kemp picks up his second try!
Oh, they're ecstatic tonight. Look at the fans. Flags are waving. Hands are clapping. They're very happy, but great football by the Knights. We came here expecting a Dowell game. We got that in the first 40 minutes, but the Knights have cut loose. This all started 40 metres away. On the opposite side of the field, look at this pass from Rodwell. Cuts out 3. Lane, I thought he might have gone all the way. They were hanging off him. Couldn't get to him. Finally, they went for him. He did the right thing, and Kemp gets his second.
26-4 now in favour of the Knights.
Mullane, he's a player who Marquette doesn't get in the open very often. And Kemp on hand to finish it off. He's had a good game, Tony Kemp.
Paul Marquette, the number 11. Wasn't he put into a gap by a beautiful ball by Rodwell? And that kick has not got enough distance for John Schuster. So he blemishes that 100% record for the day. But the scoreline is what counts. Newcastle defeating Penrith by 26 points to 4. And the MMI man of the match, why not? The number 8, Mark Sargent, $1,000 richer tonight. Let's have a look at the other results from around the Winfield Cup today. Cronulla, they shocked Illawarra 10-6. South 52, North Sydney 20. St George 21, Parramatta 6. And in the other matches, Brisbane defeated Gold Coast and Western Suburbs defeated Eastern Suburbs. The points table tonight, Brisbane on 26, St George 22, Newcastle, Illawarra and Western Suburbs making up the 5 on 21 points. And so the footy tab, and there's a big dividend amongst these. The pick the score firstly, $477.50, and the Brisbane pick the score, $103.80. But look at pick the margins, upwards of $191,000, with pick the winners $664.65. Next Friday, we journey to Lang Park to bring you the match between the Broncos and the Raiders. And that's all now from the Marathon Stadium at Newcastle. On behalf of Paul Fortin, I'm Ray Warren. Good night, Australia.